Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. In the previous episode, we returned to the Arl of Redcliffe, providing him the cure he needs in order to recover, and then made our way to Orzammar, where, just like everywhere else, things are going wrong. And it's going to take some work, in this case a lot of work, to get the dwarves on our side.
Vieta, Surfacer. I'm bid to let you walk the commons, but keep your place. Warden or not, I want order.
Can a city function like this?
See, that's why I don't want you surfacers seeing our worst. You'll think that's all we are. The market is thin, but busy, and the tavern never closes. Bad blood is usually kept to the proving. Should toss Balin and Harrowmont in there, sort this all out in a hurry.
The proving?
Personal battles for honor and ancestor. I don't expect a surfacer to understand. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate, the true bright spot in the Diamond Quarter.
Sounds like Balin and Harrowmont are the ones to talk to.
They've caged themselves for fear of each other. As you've seen, keeping order down among us working people is dodgy. No place for a proper lord. Balin speaks through his second, Vartag Gavorn, in the Assembly. Lord Harrowmont speaks through Dulin Ferender from his estate.
You mentioned paragons?
Surfacers appoint no paragons? Truly, you're lost in all that sky. They are the best of us, declared living ancestors. If you must be our warden, at least know us. Go to the Shaper of Memories in the Shaperate, the true bright spot in the Diamond Quarter.
I should get going.
Yes, you should.
Yeesh. Well, I already know who I'm going to support in this, and it ain't going to be Harrowmont. I see what happens when you do support him. Yeah, I don't think it's good for anyone involved.
For a tiny people, they certainly build high ceilings.
She makes a valid point.
Ancestors, guard my son, for he is... I'm sorry. Did you have an offering for the ancestors? Although, I can't imagine your ancestors reside in the stone.
What were you praying for?
My name is Vilda, widow of Turok of the Smith Caste. I pray here every day for my son, Ruck. I only wish I knew whether I should be asking for his safe return or for the ancestors to accept his soul.
What happened to him?
It was 5 years ago. He was only a youngster. He joined a Deep Roads excursion, the only smith to go with the warriors to repair their arms. He was so proud, but he got separated somehow. When they came home, he wasn't with them.
Do you want me to look for him?
How? There is no way except to brave the deep roads yourself.
I'm a Grey Warden. That's what we do.
A warden? So you could do it. Only wardens face the deep roads without a company backing them. Oh, thank you. The ancestors finally heed my prayers.
Take heart, good widow Filda. We'll do our best.
Please, find me as soon as you return.
We actually probably won't be going to the Deep Roads for a while, but I'll pick up these quests all the same. Now, let's see, there is someone we can actually buy gifts from.
Topsiders? Good. Get some outside gold in here. Calm people down. Make them think we should open the gates for good. The more cracks in the old way, the better. That's what Balin stands for.
Your allegiance to this Balin is clear. Why?
Not your business, but I see where the gold is. He's the traditional pick, yet he wants a new way, whether some like it or not.
Some say Balin killed his father.
Just as many say Harrowmont. Neither are paragons, and the scales being equal, I go with the promise of more trade.
Let me see what you have in your store.
I'll take your gold. You're good for that.
Well, let's see. From this guy, it's a Dome of Mortal Vessel. He's on attributes. Yeah, I believe attributes are things like cunning, but I may as well get it anyways. Excuse me. Something in my throat. Let's see. Just give me 1 second, because I know... Let's see. Yeah, the Rose of Thorns. We can buy this in Orzammar. For a lot of gold, but we can get it. That's one of our best weapons. But we can't get it here. There's also one we can get from the Deep Road side quest, but I don't think we can buy it here. We could probably buy the Rose's Thorn somewhere in the Diamond Quarter. That's where I'm guessing it might be. But anyways, as for the gifts, this guy has a remarkable sapphire that we can get for Shale, obviously. Let's see. Golden Symbol of Andraste for Liliana, obviously. A Alley King's Flagon for someone we don't have yet. A Silver Demon Head Ring for anyone. And gold earrings that are also for anyone. And there's a quest I can pick up here.
Maker's blessing on you, sister.
I didn't think dwarves believed in the Maker.
I'm Brother Burkle of the Red Cliff Chantry, returned to my ancestors' land to spread the chant of light. I'm petitioning to open a chantry in Orzammar.
Don't dwarves worship their ancestors or something?
There is resistance. It's obvious the world wasn't created by the mortal souls who dwelt within it. Yet the dwarves of Orzammar persist in worshipping their own forefathers.
And whose permission do you need to open a chantry?
The Shaper controls changes in Orzammar's structure and society. I need the Shaper of Memory's permission to open a prayer meeting.
You want me to talk to him for you?
Oh, I'd hoped you'd say that. I can see the Maker's hand on your shoulder, guiding you always. Please let me know as soon as you've heard anything.
Oh boy, why do I get the feeling that that won't end well for anyone involved? Let's see, Dust Town. Is there anything I can pick up there? Yeah, there's 3 things I can pick up there. Now let's see.
There's a rich one. We'll get plenty for their debt once we cut them out of it.
Assuming you can cut us out of it.
Nice try.
Don't run away, you little coward. You started this fight, you better finish it. Well, that's that.
Who are you? You don't look like any guardsman I ever saw, and that's not much of a uniform.
I'm Talia, a Grey Warden.
Oh, you looking for a chance to bring in some coin? Could be I have that opportunity. Especially for someone with a few connections above ground.
What are you asking?
Human kings, you know, they make these ridiculous laws. Like about who gets to buy and sell lyrium, the sacred gift the stone provides us to show her love. No law should regulate that. The laws are meant to keep mages away from the stuff, so there's always buyers in the Circle Tower. I got one man named Godwin. He's expecting a delivery of a stone's weight. You want an investment opportunity? I could see fit to, say, sell you that lyrium instead, at the reasonable price of 50 sovereigns. You can keep it, or, since you can travel freely from here, sell it to Godwin, who you know is buying. And if you bring back his return order, I could pay you, say, 20 sovereigns as a finder's fee.
50 is a bit much when you've got no options. 40.
You haggle like a merchant born. Deal. Here's the lyrium, then. You probably don't want to take it out of the box. I'll be waiting for the next order somewhere out of sight. Say, just around the corner.
Uh-huh. Right. Anyways, moving on. Let's check this out. This out. Elmar's Emporium.
What are you looking for? We got nothing to buy for the likes of you. Or maybe you wanted to sell.
Well, let me see your wares.
Of course.
Let's see. Ooh, I'll take the death route. Okay, remarkable amethyst that we can get as a gift for Shale. And that's really about all I want from him. Let's see. Quest
Spare
here.
a bit for the needy? Have you a coin to spare, milady? It's for my son. He's sick. He hasn't any clean clothes to wear or anything to eat today. Neither have I.
Why doesn't your son's father help you?
A question I ask every day. He was eager enough for a daughter who would bring him into the mining caste. But since the boy was born, I've not seen nose or heel of the lout. And me alone on the street, forbidden to return to my family unless I... But no! I can't bear to even think of it!
What does your family want you to do?
My son's father is casteless, as is he. I used to be a miner, but my parents stripped my caste and refused to accept me back. Unless I agree to abandon the child in the deep roads and pretend I never bore him.
That's horrible. Maybe I could reason with your family.
You would do that? But why?
Look, don't look a gift warden in the mouth, lady.
Then I cannot offer enough gratitude. But I warn you, my father is a stiff-necked man. His name is Ordell, and he's usually at Tapster's in the evening. I do not think he will listen to you. But I will wait anxiously to see if you can do what you promise.
Well, let's see. There's supposed to be somebody around here I can buy a gift from. Idle dwarf standing by dead nugs in Dust Town. Okay. Oh, there he is.
Your clothes are so fancy. Did you get them topside?
Yeah, I did.
My mam used to say they don't got no stone to protect them topside. If I go up there, I'm gonna fall into the sky.
No, that doesn't happen.
Yes. When my dad left, he never came back. Who's to say he didn't fall up, eh?
I have to go now.
Don't fall into the sky when you go back up there.
Now, supposedly you're supposed to have mentioned, or supposed to be able to buy a nug off of him as a gift for Liliana, but apparently she's supposed to have mentioned that she thinks they're cute. But apparently she hasn't for me. Oh well. Alright, back up top. Well, up top. Let's just head around to the other side. Tapsters, huh?
What is that smell? Dwarven vomit.
May as well talk to the guy about it. See if I can't convince him to take his daughter back.
What are you looking at, stranger?
Are you Ordell?
I could be. What business is it of yours?
If you don't take back Zerlinda, if you don't take Zerlinda back, she'll die.
What? You think she'd die just to keep that thing? She knows what she has to do to come home. I never wanted her gone. Just the little cur. Can't she see she'd have a better life if she got rid of it?
Could you pretend your child never existed?
I've been trying. It's not as easy as I thought. Look, just tell her... We never meant to hurt her. It just seemed best that Oh, just tell her to come home. Her mother and I are waiting for her.
Well, that was easy. Alright, may as well head back to Zerlinda and tell her the good news. I'll cut to her. Hello, Zerlinda.
You're back. I thought you weren't coming. What did he say?
Your father wants you both to come home.
Both of us? I don't believe he said that. I've never heard him refer to my son as anything but trash. He calls him it. But maybe Mother convinced him. Or you did. Oh, my friend. I cannot thank you enough. If this were a story, my son would grow to manhood and pledge himself as a knight in your service. When he grows up, I will send him to you. I promise.
Oh boy. Oh well, there's that done. Back to the commons. Okay then, back in the commons, we're gonna head on over to the other side. Where we can... Nope, that's locked. Key required, never mind. Where the diamond quarter is.
Excuse me, do you have a moment?
Oh boy. Yes?
You look like you're not from around here.
You could say that.
Oh, wonderful! I've been trying forever to find someone who really knows the surface world. I don't suppose you've heard of something called the Circle?
My companion here is a senior enchanter of the Circle.
Oh, my lady, it's an honor. I've never met an actual mage. Is it true you can manipulate nature's forces with your mind? Like you were born with lyrium in your veins?
Don't let the glamour fool you, child. Wielding magic is a dangerous occupation, and a great responsibility.
Why is a dwarf interested in the Circle?
I've been trying to reach someone there for years. I've sent missives with every caravan, but I never get a reply. I want to know if they would accept me for study.
Why wouldn't they?
No dwarf has ever studied at the Circle of Magi. I guess you never read First Enchanter Caitlin's treatise concerning dwarfs and the non-heritability of magic. He tested dwarfs from 20 bloodlines and found they couldn't perform any level of spell casting, regardless of lyrium exposure or time on the surface. The Circle speculates that lyrium in the stone shields us from spiritual influences, and over time made us immune to them.
So, what do you want with the Circle?
I want to go to the Circle to study. I don't want to do magic. No dwarf can cast spells, but I don't see why I shouldn't study it. It would be a valuable exchange. Orzammar would learn of one of the great natural forces of the surface. And the Circle gains direct access to our knowledge of lyrium smithing.
Okay, I suppose I can bring the Circle your request.
That would be wonderful. My name is Dagna, daughter of Janar of the Smithcast. Tell them I've already begun reading the Tevinter Imperium's Verticum Kadab, and it's just fascinating. Did you know the Imperial Magister Lords once had genealogies of every human family known to produce a mage child?
She's so enthusiastic and adorable. I'm glad we're helping her.
Oh, I'll go pack my bags right now. I'll be waiting by my father's shop.
Oh boy. Something tells me Daddy Dearest ain't gonna be too happy about this. Anyways, Garen, he's someone we can talk to.
Greetings, and welcome to Garen Garrison's Luxury Goods Shop. Wow, there are a lot of you. And I've never seen one of those before. The things they come up with. What was I saying?
Yeah, are you alright?
Oh, I was hoping you wouldn't notice. Most people don't anymore. Or maybe they're too polite to mention it. I had a little incident a few years back. Too much time with the raw lyrium ore, you know. Maybe it was a bad vein. I cut myself and the dust got straight in the blood. Since then, it's been a little hard for me to concentrate. Except when forging, then I'm straight as an arrow. Best work you've ever seen. Look around the shop. See for yourself.
Alright, thanks. I will. Ah, Tome of Physical Technique. I can get that and then get my Lacerate. Oh, here's the Rose's Thorn. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'll take that, and it'll get rid of most of my gold, but so be it. There are also gifts you can get from him. There is the Golden Mirror for... Morrigan. There's also a gold amulet, which also goes to Morrigan. A gemmed bracelet, which goes to anyone. And that should do it. I can also get some large clear crystals, which might not be a bad idea, because I do intend to bring Shale along on one of the quests, but for the time being, let's get this new dagger equipped. Let's see, +2 dexterity, +1 health regeneration in combat, that seems good. +3 damage, +5%, and +30% critical backstab damage. And it has rune slots. Excellent. Yeah, sorry Duncan's dagger, but I'm afraid you're gonna get replaced. Funny, it has a completely different, it has what looks like a straight edge dagger, but it's a curved one, and Duncan's has a curved one, but it's a straight edge dagger. Weird. Oh well. Next up, the Diamond Quarter. Not seeing anything on the list here for the Diamond Quarter in terms of gifts. Weird. Oh, well, let's take a look around here.
Questions arise regarding Lord Balin's impending marriage to a casteless commoner. Favoritism to the casteless suspected.
Oh, and he's right outside House Harrowmont. How interesting.
Lord Harrowmont is a weak man, and he will be a weak king. Yes.
Okay, then. Let's just take a look around here before I head into the palace to speak with a certain someone. Like I said at the beginning of this episode, I'm not backing Harrowmont. I've already looked into the endings, I've seen how that goes, and it doesn't go well. There's a Shaper 8, Orzammar Chamber Assembly, yada yada. Okay, so there's no merchants up here. Fair enough. Let's head for the Orzammar Royal Palace to speak with, well, not Lord Balin himself, but someone through which we can enact his will. Supposed to be someone we're able to talk to in here. Second in command, Vartog means assembly chamber. Assembly chamber. Ah, wrong place. Though granted, we would have to go here to take care of some other business later on, which we still need to take care of. But we'll get to it eventually. Okay, Chamber of the Assembly.
Warden, welcome. It is always a blessing for Orzammar to host your order. I am Vartag Gavorn, top advisor to our good Prince Balin. What news do you bring?
I need aid against the Blight.
Yes, the treaty. I've seen it in the Shaper's libraries. Now the difficulty is that the treaty only compels our king, and we are sadly lacking one of those right now.
Is there any way I can help?
My prince is the rightful king, but a disappointing number of lords back the upstart Harrowmont for the throne. If you show your support for Prince Balin, he might be able to assist with your requests.
I thought King Endrim himself supported Harrowmont.
That hurts worst of all. That Harrowmont would take advantage of the dying king's delirium to plant such poisonous suspicions against his own son. After that, you understand why Balin cannot trust the word of a stranger, however reputable that stranger might be.
Okay, what must I do to prove my good intentions?
Harrowmont has engaged in a campaign of bribery and coercion to ensure that every house serves him. But if a neutral party, a stranger, were to approach certain key members, perhaps with irrefutable evidence of Harrowmont's deception,
Irrefutable evidence, which I suppose you have?
I'm certain my Lord Prince would show his gratitude.
What kind of evidence?
Harrimont promised the same portion of his estate to two different Deshers, Lady Dace and Lord Helmy. Oh, excuse me, two assembly members. Desher is their formal title. Harrimont can't possibly grant it to both of them, but they won't find out until after the vote is cast. I have copies of the promissory notes Harrimont gave each of them. Once they see those, they should both reconsider their votes.
Where did you get the promissory notes?
That's not important. If they ask, say you found them while searching the Shaper's libraries for your treaty.
Isn't there someone you could report him to?
Normally, the Shapers would handle this sort of accusation. They are the scholars who manage our laws, histories, and genealogies. They are the final arbiters of all disputes in Orzammar. Unfortunately, the Shaper of Memories is the most important among them, and his grandfather was Lord Harrimont's aunt's first cousin. Obviously, we cannot expect him to offer an unbiased opinion.
He'd hold a distant relative over his duty?
I guess I can't expect you surfacers to understand the importance of family in Orzammar. The Shaper is biased, and if you want Prince Balin's help, you'll have to show where your loyalties lie. Will you do it?
I don't really have much of a choice, so fine. I'll find Lady Dace and Lord Helmy right now.
Lady Dace doesn't leave the quarter much, but Lord Helmy's adventurous, likes to spend his time at tapsters in the Commons. Remember, don't tell them you got these papers from me. You learned of them and drew your own conclusions.
Right. I think we actually saw Lord Helmy when we were going to talk to... what's his name?
I heard there was a Grey Warden here. I am Dulin Forrender, second to Lord Harrimont, King Endrin's own choice as successor. Word is spreading that the surface may suffer a blight. It is shameful we are not in a better position to help.
I have a treaty obliging Orzammar to aid against the blight.
That may be, and that is a terrible risk for the surface. But even if the world would end tomorrow, Lord Harrimont cannot ignore Balin today. He cannot afford to trust anyone of unproven loyalties.
What do you want me to do? Denounce Balin publicly?
If you wish to show you have no loyalty to Balin, then work against him in Harrimont's name. Balin is hosting a proving today, supposedly to honor his father's memory. The Deshers take it very seriously, and unfortunately, Balin found some way to blackmail or intimidate House Harrimont's best fighters into stepping down.
And why would your assembly cares who wins some tournament?
The proving is a contest of the best warriors in Orzammar. By fighting, they show who has the ancestors' favor. If you were to enter the proving as Lord Harrimont's champion, it would prove your loyalty beyond a doubt. Balin would never work with anyone who humiliated him in that way. Harrimont would have no fear of meeting with you then.
Yeah, I'm not going to let Harrimont send me on this runaround.
Then I'm afraid your only choice is to wait until there's a winner. Lord Harrimont cannot risk his life working with someone of unproven loyalties. If you change your mind, let me know. The proving is this afternoon, and Lord Harrimont could certainly use you on his side.
Now, this may have more of an emotional impact if you played a Dwarven noble origin, and yeah, I would get it why you'd want to go with Lord Harrimont in that case, because, you know, some things happen.
News of the hour. 2 more clans endorsed Lord Balin as the new king. Change is inevitable, and it must come quickly.
But, look, I know Lord Harrimont's policy, it's isolation, and that won't help the dwarves at all.
What do you want? Ah, I suppose you're the Grey Warden everyone's talking about.
You might want to look at these papers.
Well, this isn't exactly a surface broadsheet. Where did you get these?
Never mind. It is true enough, but there's nothing I can do about it. This deal was made on behalf of our entire house. Only my father can revoke it.
Where is he? I'll bring these to him.
He is leading a deep roads expedition, trying to secure an ancient thaig. It's unlikely he'll be back before the election, but perhaps this vote is important enough for you to brave the tunnels to tell him? The Dace family would be in your debt.
How would I know where to find your father?
He was searching an old Idukan site. He left me with this map in case his expedition never returned. I'll give you a pass as well. Usually no one is allowed past the front lines. Does that mean you'll go?
Yes, I'll leave right now.
So Balin's victory means enough for you to risk your life. How interesting.
It's not like I got much of a choice, lady. But anyways, we have come to an end for this episode of Dragon Age Origins. I know it was a lot of exploration and not a lot of progress, but I promise you that should change next episode. But, like I said, I'm going to have to end it off here for today. If you guys like what you see, please leave a like, subscribe for future content. Don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notifications for when I upload, or to hit the straw poll link to vote for our next Let's Play. And please, leave a comment down below this video. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Thanks for watching.